Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to another WWE Fantasy Log. I am James Phoenix. With me, as always, are Jeff and Tiff.
It's him,
Ew,
James
here.
Phoenix.
All right. So we are here for the usual weekly shenanigans. We're going to cover some wrestling news. Then we're going to cover WWE programming and scoring for the Fantasy League, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, WWE, what the hell have you done this week?
Well, we'll find out what the hell they've done this week in just a moment.
Oh, Vince, you old piece of shit. What the fuck, dude? Oh, God. How are you still running this company? What the fuck? How has the board not looked at him and be like, the fuck did he just do?
Easy. He owns the company.
Mm-hmm.
He's been removed as its active head before. Of course, that was when Linda was running the company, but still.
Yeah, that was when Linda was a CEO. But, I mean, they could technically kick him out as CEO, but he'd still be the chairman of the board. It's not like it's worth it to try at this point.
I don't know. With what happened this week, I would be seriously questioning his mental faculties. Because you know he's the one that made the decision to do that, probably.
We'll see.
You mean what happened on Raw?
No. Far worse than that. Well, part of what happened on Raw.
I guess I'm gonna hear about it then.
It was announced on Raw.
Yeah. Let's hit the news. We're gonna go right into this. All right. I'm gonna save the big stories for the end. We're gonna cover the lesser news first, as we were wont to do around this joint.
Right.
So off the bat, number one. It was announced as we found out the class of 2018 that this year's Celebrity Hall of Fame inductee will be Kid Rock.
Does that mean?
Sorry, go ahead.
Does that mean American Badass Taker confirmed for WrestleMania?
Wouldn't surprise me. We'll see.
That'd be awesome if Kid Rock came out sporting his brand spanking ass new WWE Hall of Fame ring and performs the theme song live. And then finally give us the goddamn theme song back in the game. It should have been in the game, but it hasn't been for like 5 fucking years.
Which song did he do?
I am an American badass.
Okay.
The original Badass song.
Gotcha.
Such a great song. The only song we've gotten is Rollin' because, let's be honest, Limp Bizkit doesn't give a shit.
That's true.
It's like, Kid Rock, give us back the song, dude. Let WWE put that badass song back in the game. It's such a good song.
See, I prefer you done it now. You gone and made a big mistake.
That's a good song too.
Anyway, so yes, and while Kid Rock's song New Orleans is setting the tone for the party atmosphere that WrestleMania will bring to the Big Easy, he's also taking his place in the Hall of Fame this year. Alongside
the theme song too. Okay.
He has done the theme song, so
Man,
Kid Rock.
At this point, it has to be, if Taker shows up, it has to be American Badass Taker. Because come on, he's doing the theme song. He's going into the Hall of Fame. Fucking pull the trigger.
Well, we'll see. All right, let's see. The Mixed Match Challenge happened this week. It was Bobby Roode and Charlotte Flair.
Woo!
Team, what the hell were they calling their team again? Oh, the Robe Warriors. That's it. The Robe Warriors taking on Team Rusev and Lana Day.
Charlotte, you need to stop letting your father name your tag teams, girl.
And tonight was a good back and forth. There was some Lana is the best, Lana #1 chant. At least Rusev tried to get one going. Lana scolded the crowd for booing her. And the match ended with Bobby Roode hitting a glorious DDT for the win. After Charlotte chopped Rusev in the chest to set him up. So.
I still say Lana's highly underrated. Maybe it's just me. What do you think, Jim? Or Tiff?
I don't know.
Well, neither of you like Lana. Screw you guys.
Lana's cool, I guess.
Mhm.
They don't use her right,
No, that's what I'm saying. I think she's highly underrated.
which is fair enough. I have to see more of her in-ring work to confirm that. I've barely seen her in the ring. It's always in these multi-person matches where she barely does anything.
Mm-hmm. Doing it based off of her one-on-one matches that she had, where she actually looked competent in the damn ring.
I haven't seen those. Fair enough.
Yeah, you have her debut. She came out. She wrestled like Natalia and Naomi and shit. Those were some good matches.
I don't recall that, but okay. Anyway.
Okay, what did I do there?
She had a one-on-one pay-per-view match. How do you not remember that?
I don't remember that. Anyway. Next week's semifinal match will be The Miz and Asuka versus Team Little Big. Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss.
Nobody is ready for Asuka.
So the question is Braun Strowman ready for Asuka?
Braun Strowman can't touch Asuka, so yeah.
I know, but at the same time, that's really going to be the determining factor. It's really going to come up to, which gender can stay in the ring the longest. Because if Braun stays in, because if the guys stay in the ring, Braun's obviously going to win. If the women stay in the ring, Asuka's obviously going to win.
And her tag team partner's The Miz, so he's going to be constantly tagging her in because he's not going to want to face Braun Strowman. He's not that stupid.
No, he's not. Not in the slightest.
Nope.
I think it'd be hilarious if the whole match was a constant tag fest of Miz not wanting to face Braun Strowman and Alexa not wanting to face Asuka.
That would be good booking, actually.
Tag.
That would be That would be interesting booking, actually. Anyway. I would laugh if at some point Asuka said to hell with it and tried to put Braun Strowman in an armbar. I mean, he'd probably throw her right off, but it would still show the guts she has to try.
True.
Anyway, so that's the MMC for the week. Stay tuned. All right, let's see. Moving on. Excuse me. All right, what else we got here? Excuse me. Let's throw this up. So okay, we already knew that. Okay, that's kind of not. Well, I guess it's a related update. Tamina finally has her arm out of a sling following her shoulder surgery, so that's good.
That's good.
So she's making headway on her return. I think we already mentioned this last week, but Bobby Fish underwent a knee surgery on March 8th to repair a partial ACL and MCL and is expected to be out for about 6 months.
And who was this again?
Bobby Fish from NXT. It's also worth knowing that at the live event held on last Friday in Sebring, Florida, yesterday in Sebring, Florida, War Machine made their debut. They did not wrestle, nor were they even addressed by their names, but they did call out with their familiar music and ring attire from their independent run.
So they weren't announced at all. They just kind of appeared?
Apparently, they were not called War Machine or referred to by any other name, so I guess they were just kind of there.
Okay.
So I don't know. That happened.
That's odd.
But they're around, so rumor has it they may step in to deal with the situation of the. William Regal did make an announcement that due to Bobby Fish's injury, their team was obviously not going to be competing in the Dusty Classic. So War Machine may end up stepping in to alleviate that gap. We'll have to see. Let's see what else we got here.
Fair.
Oh.
Wake up.
No. We have an assortment of pay-per-view news this week. There was an official press release this week announcing that WrestleMania 35 will be held at the MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. So that was cool.
You gonna go to it?
That's on Sunday, April 7th, 2019, the day before my birthday next year. I'll think about it. I don't know. Yeah, all the usual shtick about WrestleMania. I really don't need to say any more than that. We are thrilled to bring WrestleMania, one of the biggest sports and entertainment events in the world, to MetLife Stadium, said New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. We look forward to a phenomenal week of activities that will strengthen our economy. So that's cool.
I love how he's like, we're thrilled to have this great event in our city. By the way, it's all about the money.
Most politicians are like that.
All we care is that it's going to make our city money. I'm like, dude, what? Come on, man. That's not the message you want to send out.
Yep. So that's the attending at the event were Nikki Bella, Nia Jax, Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, Alexa Bliss, and Braun Strowman, as well as a number of the New York Giants football team.
Now, it's just Apollo.
Don't blame me, blame the recapper. The New Day came out to, let's see, they played some promotional videos and even an XFL video. The New Day came out to open the media event, pushing that WWE would take over New York City and New Jersey. They introduced John Sabur, the Lieutenant Governor, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into all the friggin' details of this, but yeah, they went through it all. Cena was there, and he kind of wrapped the thing.
Okay, then.
So, there we go. So that happened. Oh, by the way, I should probably do this real quick. Stop it, Tiff. You're making me yawn.
Then speak faster.
No.
Yes.
Then yawn.
Fuck you. I was going to put this up real quick if I can
Hurry up.
get this up here. Shut up. There we go. Because I actually really like this. I'm all for this. Let me get this over here. I give you the WrestleMania 35 logo.
Why would they do that if it's going to be in New Jersey, not New York? That makes no sense.
Because they're basically one city at this point.
Not if you ask New Yorkers and New Jersey people, they don't acknowledge that New York doesn't acknowledge that New Jersey is an actual livable place.
True. But, it's a cross thing. I mean, they always end up doing the, that'll be at the MetLife, but they'll always end up doing Raw and SmackDown across the river in New York. So the whole weekend is encompassing both parts, so it counts. Plus, what the fuck are you gonna put on the logo for New Jersey?
Turnpike?
Mm.
Enzo Amore with a line through him?
No. I think it's a badass logo.
I didn't say it was a bad logo. I just said I don't think it made sense for WrestleMania being held in New Jersey. That's all. And I'm surprised there hasn't been an outcry from New York people saying, why is New Jersey usurping Our Lady Liberty?
So that's cool.
Moving on.
I am moving on.
Moving on.
Yes. That thing stopped sharing. Yes, good. Okay, rolling on. In other pay-per-view related news, let me copy this one out of here. Boop. This is a strictly rumor right now.
Okay.
It's worth noting that rumors are currently stating that SummerSlam and the surrounding weekend events are going to be moving on from Brooklyn after this upcoming year. They, of course, were in Brooklyn the last few years. It's interesting that unlike other pay-per-views, SummerSlam's only ever been in 2 venues over the last decade, being the Staples Center in LA for 6 of them and the Barclays Center in New York for the last 4. So we're seeing if they go back out to the Staples Center or if they're going to have a new location for SummerSlam. But apparently they want to. Apparently there's a high probability of it being at an actual stadium as opposed to being in an arena.
Fair.
What else we got? Let's see. All right. So this came up here. So,
yeah,
Roman Reigns.
Okay.
After weeks of hype and delays, filmmaker John Bravo finally released his video on YouTube, the one that was supposed to implicate Roman Reigns and other people as being drug purchasers. from convicted drug dealer Richard Rodriguez. When all was said and done, Bravo had zero evidence against Reigns or anyone else really, but said that he was only able to go through one of Rodriguez's personal laptops, as the other devices, reportedly a total of 3 phones and computers, are in the possession of the DEA. He's still claiming that Reigns did make purchases, but under an alias, and that he cannot prove it and conclude his investigation without examining the other devices. Bravo was also claiming he had proof of a former WWE legend who placed over 140,000 orders, but that also turned into a joke, as the purported individual was actually some trainer who was going by the alias of Jesse Ventura rather than Jesse Ventura himself. Even more bizarre, the end of the video randomly had a couple of pictures of the Ultimate Warrior and said that the video was in honor of him.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Okay, then.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, that video's on YouTube if you want to go watch it. You can go find it. Check that out.
Sounds like a really shit video.
Kind of. Let's see here. Following this, Roman Reigns made some new comments.
Was one of them "fuck the hell off, you fucking retard"?
On March 16th, he appeared on the Jim and Sam show on Sirius XM Channel 103 to promote WrestleMania. During the interview, he was asked about the accusations and whether he's able to tune out news like this or if it's a distraction. He said, "I think it's a little bit of both." At one point, I'm like, who is this? Where is this coming from? What did I do? What the heck's going on? I'm just sitting at home playing with my kids, feeding babies, changing diapers, and doing dad stuff, and then all of a sudden this happens. I think it's just a good lesson of where we're at, and if you have any kind of media or social media presence, or essentially my Twitter is a billboard, you know what I mean, and unfortunately some people want to use it in a positive fashion or negative. At the same time, it's one of those deals where I know me, I know what I've done, I know what the truth is. You kind of got to have a bulletproof mentality. These little things are ricocheting off me. So, there's that.
Fair.
All right. And then we come to the big uns. Let's cover the big articles this week.
Let's
indeed. So, I want this one. What the hell happened to my lighting? What the shit? Turn that over that way. Let me get some light. There we go. Okay. That's weird. Anyway. Is this the one I think it is? I hope. No, that's not the one I wanted. Where's the one I wanted? Oh, here we go. That'll work. Can I get that? No, that's not what I wanted. Where the hell?
Once again, Jim is unprepared.
I'm prepared. There's just a lot of links.
Once again, Jim is unprepared.
I'm prepared. There's just a lot of links.
If you were prepared, you would have them listed out so you know what's what.
Here we go. This is the one I wanted. I thought it was the last one. It was the second to last one. Excuse the hell out of me. All right. So let's see here. Let's open this up. I guess I can't. I guess I can't full screen that, so we're just gonna have to live with that. All right, that'll do. Close this out. This is from over at the Wrestling Inc. Instagram account. You can kind of see here. So that is what Jeff Hardy did to his 2016 Cadillac. I direct your attention to the front tire.
Yeah.
Thought there more of a reaction than that. Okay.
What did he do?
Well, look at the front tire. You can see what he did.
Well, yeah, but
I mean,
like,
Jesus.
was he going too fast? What?
Go ahead.
Oh, we're gonna cover that.
I was gonna say, by the way, that Joseph Nair guy down there, who's like, don't these people know about taxi or Uber? Yeah, dude, you need to go watch What the Fuck Is Wrong With You. That's why you don't substance abuse and take Uber. You remember that story from last week?
Yep. So here's what happened. Jeff Hardy was arrested Saturday night for driving while impaired in Cabarrus County, North Carolina. He was arrested in Concord at approximately 10:20 p.m. after he allegedly struck a guardrail. The following was in the police report. Driver of vehicle number 1 ran off the roadway to the right, in turn striking about 105 feet of guardrail before the back end of the car spun out 90 degrees to the left, coming to rest in the middle of the right northbound lane of travel. The driver was arrested and charged with driving under the influence. Oh, no, it's actually a straight-up DWI at this point. Okay. WWE issued a statement saying that Jeff Hardy is responsible for his own personal actions. We're investigating the matter and awaiting further information from law enforcement officials. Let's see here. And it's worth noting an update from TMZ. Apparently, Hardy blew a blood alcohol level of 0.25 in his breathalyzer test, which is 3 times the legal limit.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Let's see here.
Jeff, what are you doing, man?
He clearly doesn't know.
So much for you being clean and sober for 2 years. Apparently that meant nothing to you.
Yep.
And clearly your wife should leave you.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because he just freaking, he just got his shoulder rehabbed. I was about to go back to the performance center to shake off ring rust. Lord only knows what's going to happen now.
You're fired.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, weren't you the one that just said last week that Jeff Hardy already has 2 violations? This is the 3rd he's fired?
Yeah, but WWE tends to not be uber enforcing of that if they so choose.
Well, after the other big news, I don't think they should let this go, because right now they're under a goddamn microscope.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it depends on if they think Jeff is important enough and required enough for the stuff that Matt is doing over anything else that they're willing to look over it. I mean, it's been mentioned by several people who left the company that the enforcement of that rule is kind of subject to how important you are to the company. I mean, let's be honest. Randy Orton's had at least 5 by now.
Really? I don't think he's had that many, but okay.
Don't know how WWE is going to be handling that. They may choose to delay sending Jeff back to send him to rehab. And they may. Supposedly Jeff had already filmed a cameo in the already filmed Ultimate Deletion match, but they may end up editing that out, editing his portion of it out. So we'll have to see whether they choose to go in that direction or not. And it is worth noting that as all this went down, Rebby Hardy was accosted over Instagram about this. She posted a snapshot of some clips from Raw that saw her sons King Maxwell and Lord Wolfgang and her father Senior Benjamin alongside Broken Matt, and that shtick about meeting the Woken family, as it were. And a fan commented that Brother Nero was needed here for Ultimate Deletion, and Rebby responded with, "Matt has to ask to get to this point. He and I have been fighting for this to happen for nearly a year. After the hard work and $50,000 plus in legal fees that we paid, I'm going to have to say no, he is not needed, quote unquote. Jeff is clearly doing his own thing, and it has nothing to do with us right now."
Someone clearly doesn't like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Matt, keep your wife on a leash.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Well, dude, she's like completely ripping into his brother. Come on, man. That's not cool. And especially since, obviously, if you have the rest of the story, Matt doesn't share her sentiments. I mean, it's all well and good for her to go ripping into your enemies, but dude, your own brother, come on, man. That's not cool.
Yeah, freedom of speech.
do you have the rest of the story, or did you only half-ass this?
I'm working on it. Hang on. Yeah, we do know Jeff Hardy has a court date related to the charge on April 18th, and also had his license suspended for 30 days in relation to this. So he's also dealing with that situation. Did Matt say something? I didn't see any of that in the articles.
Oh my God, really? You need better articles, because he actually replied or tweeted out a couple of tweets after that, actually in support of his brother, and not all like Reby Hardy saying "fuck my brother." No, like and so it's obvious Matt Hardy does not share her sentiments about "fuck Jeff Hardy," because he was all like really in support of Jeff, and like brother Newell will find his way or something. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was all in support of his brother and saying, hey, he's my brother. I love my brother. And we're very, very close and I support him, basically. That's the gist of it.
Fair enough. All right. So we hope Jeff Hardy can get his shit together, and we hope to see him back in the ring, I suppose. We'll see where that goes. And then let's move on to what's probably the biggest news of the week. So, Monday night on Raw, WWE announced the first ever Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal. To pay tribute to the first ever WWE Women's Champion, the Fabulous Moolah. This is a quote from WWE, by the way, who not only paved the way for female competitors through the years, but also played a pivotal role in the first several WrestleMania events. In the highly anticipated free-for-all, members of the women's divisions from Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT will compete to be the last superstar standing in the over-the-top rope melee. Which was all well and good to start, unless you know some of the things that in recent years have come to light about the Fabulous Moolah.
Right. Surprised you don't have the other news item of note, but that's fine.
What's that?
Ronda Rousey.
What about her?
About why she wasn't on Raw?
She had some shit to do.
It's still newsworthy, the fact that she wasn't on Raw, and that it's like, now we know why she wasn't, but that's fair.
Yeah. Look, the fact of the matter is, from everything I read in the articles, WWE knew Ronda Rousey wasn't going to be here, and somebody in the PR department fucked up and advertised her to be there when they shouldn't have. That's what happened.
Or the whole, we fucked up and advertised her when we shouldn't, is a cover-up for, our people in fucking Connecticut scheduled her on a day that she was supposed to be at Raw and didn't realize that.
Or that. But whatever. All right, so well, at first seemed WWE was going to double down and keep the name despite the pressure that came out. They did end up deciding to issue a statement that they were going to change the name to the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, removing Moolah from the title of the match in question.
Why?
Well, I want to get to that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So WWE faced significant backlash over the Fabulous Moolah's name being on the Battle Royal. While there was already criticism from the fans the moment the name was announced, WWE was reportedly going to go ahead and away with Moolah's name anyway, but the position changed when one of their major sponsors, Snickers, began receiving feedback from the public, prompting them to reach out to WWE, releasing the following statement. We were recently made aware of the World Wrestling Federation Incorporated's decision to honor a former wrestler during the upcoming WrestleMania 34 event. As a principle-based business that has long championed creating inclusive environments that encourage and empower everyone to reach their full potential, this is unacceptable. We are engaging with WWE to express our disappointment. So the fans want to complain to Snickers, and Snickers got involved.
Yeah.
Why? Because the name is Fabulous Moolah?
Well, I'm gonna get to this right now to give the detail for those that don't know. So, following a whitewash, this is from Forbes, by the way. Following a whitewashed video package that aired on Raw documenting the controversial legacy of the Fabulous Moolah, WWE received backlash. Horrifying accounts of Moolah's alleged misdeeds of financial and sexual exploitation were picked up by the mainstream media, including this article that was actually written by this same author for Forbes, which showed off a lot of the Twitter things.
I guess that'll do it.
Yeah, let's see here. So Twitter made sure to issue a reminder of why honoring the Moolah was upsetting. Tweets include things like, does the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal mean that Moolah gets 35% of everyone's Mania payoff? On the heels of the Warrior Award and the Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal, WWE is pleased to announce the Fritz von Erich Father of the Year trophy. God damn.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay, at Trevor Dame, not bad.
Shots fired.
For real, though, I'm going to need a much longer video explaining how feeding young women drugs and using them as sexual currency is revolutionary and empowering for women. Somebody else here. I can't believe that edited hashtag times up out of someone's entire photo shoot would name a battle royal after the Fabulous Moolah. I am stunned. So there's Twitter. Let's see. Twitter after hearing about the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. What do we got here? Let's play this. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's Jeff Jarrett smashing a guitar in Moolah's face. That's a good GIF. Despite an otherwise incomparable professional wrestling career, former trainees of the Fabulous Moolah have accused her of everything from sexual exploitation to financial impropriety. In 1961, the Augusta Chronicle reported that the former four-time women's champion made $125,000, which, adjusted for inflation, is the equivalent to just over $1 million today. Unfortunately, one would be hard-pressed to find glowing stories of Moolah sharing the wealth. Former trainee Mad Maxine, real name Janine Mijaseth, described a torturous environment within Moolah's compound to Bill Farrow's Slam Sports. Under the so-called tutelage of the then-living legend, whose influence dominated women's wrestling at the time, women were charged rent and in addition to training fees of $1,500. The accounts only became more horrific as she went into further detail, saying, the girls went into debt to her and she controlled their lives. I made sure I had a job so I could have a phone and a car. The others were kind of maroon. It was an environment ripe for abuse. The alleged abuse was especially rampant for former trailblazing Texas state champion Sweet Georgia Brown, real name Susie Mae McCoy, who's credited as the first African-American woman to hold a singles title in pro wrestling. An article penned by Murphy Falk of the Free Times profiled McCoy's brother Michael, who embarked on a harrowing search for the dark truths of his sister's turbulent wrestling career. In addition to familiar accounts of financial exploitation from Moolah and common-law husband Buddy Lee, Michael provided particularly troubling details of apparent sex trafficking, stating, on the road, Susie Mae received odd knocks on the door at strange hours. Then she told her daughter Barbara she would begin taking off her dress. When she didn't comply, she was beaten, often brutally. Sometimes her eyes swelled shut, she had a tooth knocked out, and she was threatened with worse. WWE self-editing its history and that of others for the sake of convenience is nothing new. In fact, based on the very nature of pro wrestling as a whole, it's often difficult to determine where kayfabe ends and reality begins. But anyone who's interested is even remotely interested in researching the unabashed history of Mary Lillian Ellison, aka Moolah, will quickly discover how women's history in 2018 is still being haunted by its past.
Yeah, and that's saying nothing of the history of women's wrestling in the WWE and how really terrible she was for that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have stuff on that in your research there, Jim?
Let me see. No, that was the article I had. What else was there?
Okay, well, apparently the WWE women's superstars who all are like, F Housing was great, they didn't know all about this stuff because apparently, number one, you know why she was the women's champion for as long as she was? Jim? There's a reason why she is the longest ever reigning women's champion in the history of WWE.
I'm pretty sure it's because at the time there was barely a women's division and nobody heard of face.
You know why?
Why?
Because she invented the golden shovel. She made damn sure she was the only one that could touch that title for that entire reign. She made sure no of the other women could get over. And then, you know how we keep saying there needs to be a women's tag division? There's supposed to be a women's tag division. You know why there isn't?
Moolah, I'm assuming.
Moolah. Because she killed the entire idea and division, because for the same reason why she invented the golden shovel, because she couldn't stand the thought of anyone being better than her or more popular than her. So, you know, for being such a trailblazer, when you look at the truth behind what Moolah's done, if anything, she fucking killed women in sports and women's wrestling by basically keeping them all under her fucking heel, because she was so egotistical and so vain, she couldn't bear the thought of anyone being more popular and better than her. And you want to honor that type of person who basically killed your division, not open doors? Really? Fucking really? Like, when I heard that shit, I was like, wow, okay, yeah, no, WWE, you done fucked up. However, because of this, WWE has come out and said, because of all the backlash to this, which, by the way, and I mentioned this on Thursday, includes the fact that for the first time ever, WWE decided to, you know, block comments or block the ability to put comments on a video. They literally disabled the comments on the announcement
video. Yeah, I saw that
because it was so bad. But they've come out and said, basically, when they announced they were changing the name, they said, going forward, we're going to take a real hard look at who we honor and stuff, and then maybe not a real hard look, but we're going to be a little more kind of discerning about whether we choose to use somebody's name or honor somebody in our stuff because of the kind of backlash like this. And while I'm glad all this shit's happened, that makes me go, oh, God damn it. Because that means one thing.
Okay.
We're never going to see Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame.
No, I think that was probably already assumed.
No, but after enough time, I could see them still putting him in, like, when enough time has passed for the wrestling accomplishments.
No.
And that also means you'll probably never... Will you let me talk?
No.
Fuck you. That also means we're probably never going to see Chyna in the Hall of Fame. Despite the fact that everyone's saying she should be, because it's like, okay, she did some porn. Big fucking deal.
No, Chyna will end up in the Hall of Fame. I guarantee.
Triple H runs the company.
No, she will, because here's the thing. Here's the thing you have to remember about WWE. Yes, Triple H obviously did not get along with Chyna because of the he dumped her to date Stephanie, and they obviously had a bad background. But now there's this thing here. WWE. When WWE has fallings out with certain people, they hate those people. They won't acknowledge those people. They want nothing to do with those people. It's like those people never existed. However, WWE is more than happy to exploit the living shit out of their memory the moment they're dead. Cough, Randy Savage, cough.
Yeah, which is interesting because a lot of people were saying, hey, WWE, why don't you call the Battle Royal the Chyna Memorial Battle Royal? She was the 9th one of the world, after all.
I would be okay with that.
But they haven't done that. Why? Because they don't want anything to do with her.
Well, no, probably because they were in such a pinch. They're like, fuck it, don't even after anybody else for controversy right now. Let's give it a regular name. We'll deal with it later.
And then they chose the most controversial name in their books.
No, I mean after they did that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, they went to controversy enough right now. Let's just call it the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Nobody can bitch about that, and we'll deal with it later. But, yeah, certainly Chyna was something where they name. And I guarantee you Chyna will end up in the Hall of Fame just purely because, yeah, okay, she did support us to drugs, but they'll overlook that purely because of her influence in wrestling once a few more years have passed and it's settled down enough. But unfortunately, what Chris Benoit did was bad enough. It will never be forgotten. It will overshadow his legacy for the eternity of time. And you will never see Chris Benoit in that Hall of Fame. It will not happen. I guarantee you. It will not happen.
Oh, we'll see.
It will not happen. All right.
Sadly, I also don't know what this means about Hogan's chances of coming back.
No, Hogan will be back. It's Hogan.
I don't know.
Ooh, he was slightly racist. People will forget about that. That's fine.
In the era of SJW, I don't know about that.
No, they will. But yeah, there'll always be some people, racist Hogan. But you know what? It's one of those things where, when enough time passes, Hogan will be back.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah, he said some stupid shit, but it's not like, he didn't hurt anybody. He said some stupid shit when he didn't know he was being recorded. It is what it is. I mean, if I think he comes out, issue some, and he's already issued some apologies. I think Hogan will eventually be back.
We'll see.
Hogan will be back. Hogan's always back. It's Hogan. All right, well, let's go on to the recap proper. That is all the news that's fit to report for the week. All right.
Sound like Ned Flanders.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
All right. As you can see, folks, still in the lead currently at 60-31 is the Blissful Ryan of Justice. Followed in a close second with a difference of only about 90 points at 59 at 67 by the Balor Club Worldwide. And way back at third at 44.93 is me. Over on the leaderboards, still up at the top is Seth freaking Rollins at 508. Followed by the WWE Champion AJ Styles at 499. Followed by Cedric Alexander in the finals of the Cruiserweight Tournament at 474. Roman Reigns, the number one contender for the Universal title, coming in at 441. Followed by the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, and apparently the number one contender for the tag titles. We'll get to that at 433. Finn Balor clocking in at 430. Sami Zayn at 389. John Cena coming in at 383. Asuka at 377, the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's title. And one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus, rounding out the top 10 at 365, just a few points ahead of his partner, Seth Rollins.
If Asuka wins the SmackDown Women's title, does that mean she crosses over?
Correct. That means she goes to SmackDown.
And now forget everything you just heard because we're going to go change the scores because we have to fix shit.
Well, we fixed it before we went on the air.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. It's all good. Ye of little faith.
Well, I just assumed we were doing on the air since we usually do. We've never done it off the air, so excuse me, princess.
It was 3 fucking points.
We've done 1 point on the air. What's your point?
Yeah. Anyway. So we will go ahead and move on to Monday Night Raw. Oh.
Well, at least you get a crap ton of points.
I do.
Oh, wait, no, that's this week. Never mind. Sorry, I got my weeks mixed up.
I'm confused.
This week is the Ultimate Deletion match, not last week.
Huh?
The Matt Hardy Ultimate Deletion match.
What about it?
I got the weeks mixed up. It's actually this week that they're doing it.
I thought it was a WrestleMania.
Oh, it's supposed to be at WrestleMania, but then I thought they advertised it for Raw, and I was like, wait, what?
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they advertised it for Raw, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't believe so, but we'll see. Raw comes for March 12th comes from the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Pizza. And we open up with Kurt Angle. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Okay. So he comes down and talks about the upcoming mixed tag with Ronda Rousey against Stephanie and Triple H. He says that he won't be sorry for what he does to Triple H at WrestleMania. He was on the topic of the Universal title, says that Brock Lesnar didn't show up tonight, maybe because he isn't feeling well or had travel issues or just didn't feel like it. Roman Reigns then comes out, cuts a promo trashing Lesnar for not showing the hell up, saying that if anybody else like him, Kurt, or the fans didn't show up for work, they'd be fired. Says that Brock is Vince's boy, and this is Vince's fault. Tells Kurt he knows he's just the middleman here, and Vince is in charge. And he says he walked by Vince in the back, and Vince didn't have the courtesy or respect to tell him what's going on tonight. And he says it's one thing to be disrespected by Vince McMahon.
Ultimate Deletion is going to be on Raw.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Found the article on WWE.com.
Okay, then. Random. Anyway.
Yeah, you would think it'd be on WrestleMania.
Be my thought.
You thought wrong.
Apparently.
You thought wrong.
Apparently.
Yeah, thought fucked up.
Reigns then heads to the back, and the camera follows him behind the curtain to the gorilla position where Vince is sitting at a table with a headset on next to Shane, of all people, on Raw. And Shane gets between Vince and Reigns as Reigns gets in Vince's face, and Vince has to go to commercial so they can talk in private. We come back to a video package at Rousey's Road to WrestleMania, and then cut to the back where Renee Young says that things have settled down between Vince and Reigns. Reigns walks out of Vince's office, but ignores Renee on the way out. Vince then comes out and tells Renee that Brock Lesnar is not his boy, he's his own man. Vince says he didn't intend to disrespect Roman, but he gave it to him straight. He reminded Roman of a phrase that his cousin The Rock used to say, "Know your role and shut your mouth." He says Brock has special privileges, but he's earned them, and he's motivated by competition in the ring and the octagon. He assures that next week Brock Lesnar will be in the house and will defend the Universal title against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and adds that due to what just happened, Roman Reigns is temporarily suspended.
Which got a huge pop from the crowd.
Mm-hmm. So that's a promo to Roman Reigns.
Yep. And two notes to be had here. One, the fact that Shane McMahon was behind his father there did not go unnoticed only by the fans. But Team Cammy called Shane out on his bullshit on the Twitters. Posting the image and being like, dude, SmackDown had a live event and your ass was at Raw. What the fuck kind of commissioner are you? Which they kind of have a point.
They do.
Reigns and this is kind of brilliant if you think about it. But at the same time, it's like, WWE, what the hell?
Yep. Also,
what it seems what they're trying to do is they're trying to make Brock to be the bad guy by having him do the whole "I don't care about the fans, only about the fight" kind of thing. And they're trying to have Reigns. They're trying to make Reigns out to be the good guy and trying to get him in the good graces of the fans by kind of having him go kind of stone cold, just basically anti-establishment, going against the man. And it's like, the thing is, I think a lot of the fans can see through it, like me, obviously. Which is why a lot of them still cheered when Roman got suspended. Also, of note, the second thing of note is, did you see this bit, Jim?
I never see the beginning of Raw. You know this.
I didn't ask if you saw Raw. I asked if you saw the bit. It's on YouTube. Stop assuming I'm talking about seeing it on Raw.
Well, we're talking about Raw, and at no point did you mention anything else. So how the fuck would I know you're talking about a YouTube thing?
Because I didn't say, did you see Raw? I said, have you seen this bit? Because what I want to mention is the fact that when Vince McMahon came out of his quote-unquote office, it seemed like he was going to go somewhere, like on his way to go somewhere, and Renee stopped him, and that's when they had the conversation, the interview thing. And then he promptly went back in the office, and it's like, wait, weren't you going somewhere, Vince? So that was kind of wonky and interesting. It's like, wait, the hell? Kind of made no sense. His actions kind of made no sense. A few fans pointed that out. I'm like, yeah, that is what happened. But I thought I'd mention that because it was kind of weird.
Fair enough.
Vince forgetting he was supposed to be going somewhere.
Yep. Oh, well.
Oh, well, indeed.
So we have promo to Roman and promo to Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So our opening match is Sasha Banks versus Sonya Deville of Absolute Shit.
Give Kurt his points?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Is it on this side? Looking at your screen, it doesn't look like it moved much.
It did. All right.
And even if he didn't, he's only shorting himself points.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, Sasha Banks versus Sonya Deville. Bayley and Absolution are at ringside for this match. It's a fairly short match, which Sasha wins with a Banks statement.
Fuck you, Sasha.
Clap, 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 clap. All right, so Absolution and Bayley get accompaniment.
Reluctant accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
For what I understand, Bayley did not look happy being out there.
Mm.
She had her arms crossed and just was staring daggers through Sasha's back.
Okay, and then let's see. So Paige was obviously there. And then who's the other one? Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
The accompaniment. Okay. So then, like I said, Sasha won the match, so Sonya Deville will get 5 points for being in a match, and that's about it.
Wow, really? She did no moves?
Not as far as I can tell. It was a very short match.
That sucks.
Sasha will get 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and 1 for the bank statement is 26 to Sasha. 45, 50, let's see, so wait, no, 48, 58, and 6 is 264. All right. And then post-match, Absolution beats down Sasha. Bayley appears to have left the ringside area, did not return to help save Sasha.
Good.
So that is going to be a post-match beatdown to the Absolution ladies, presumably not Paige because she can't.
Nope.
So Sonya Deville gets 4 for that. As does Mandy Rose. All right.
151.
Huh?
What's 151? Because you had 147 plus 4 is 151.
After this, we get a video package about Kid Rock being in the Hall of Fame. And a video looking at Asuka challenging Charlotte. Then we have Miz TV. Miz informs us that Bo Dallas and Kurt Axel aren't here because they're preparing for their match later on tonight. He then introduces his guests, Rollins and Balor, who make their entrances. They all sat down and Miz starts antagonizing the two of them and trying to turn them against each other. But they don't bite, and they finally do get up in each other's faces, but then turn their attention to The Miz, and Jake turns delivering right hands to him. Then Balor clotheslines him out of the ring, yells at him, and then turns around into a cheap shot from Rollins.
Fuck you, Rollins.
Clap, 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 clap.
Burn it down.
So, Rollins heel turn?
I have no idea anymore.
So does that mean if Rollins is heel turning, that makes no sense, because if they want Rollins to feud with Dean, if Rollins goes heel, that means Dean has to be face, but that's just the old feud.
Yeah.
WWE, what are you doing?
Well, anyway. Let's see here. That's a promo to all three men, and then assault to Balor and Rollins. So the Miz will get promo. And then Seth Rollins up here will get promo plus the assault is 9, so that would be 517. Finn Balor. Okay, 9 and put him at 439. All right. During the commercial break, Kurt books Finn versus Seth in a singles match tonight. We're then joined by the tag team champions, The Bar.
They are the Bar.
They are The Bar. They've issued an open challenge to anyone who wanted to face them at WrestleMania, and the Mr. Raj accepts.
What? Seriously?
Keep listening. I thought you saw Raw.
Nope.
They beat them down around ringside. The Bar then regroups at ringside and get fired up and head back in the ring and start brawling with the Mr. Raj into the ring. But then the Revival come down and they start brawling. Then the Good Brothers run down to join the fight. And then the Bar slips out and tries to get away, but they get jumped by Titus Worldwide and Beauty and the Man Beast on the ramp, and the brawl reignites. All the teams then brawl in the ring until the Bar manages to escape again and actually get away.
Okay, then.
This is going to be a shit show to try to score.
Yeah. All right, so right now we have...
to everybody.
Yeah, assaults at everybody, basically.
And I'm assuming no moves.
Nope, just assault.
But the Bar gets promo.
Yes, there, the Bar.
Right now. So just to make this easy, I'm going to go in order here.
That's what I was going to do, too. All right, so first the Bar.
Well, I was just going to go from, like, alphabetical.
Oh, I'm just going to go in the order that they appear to me, keep track of who we've already done and who we haven't.
No, I wasn't going to do that, but okay, let's go with your way.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to do it my way.
No, because I get confused that way.
Oh, well, don't get confused.
So promos. To the Bar. Go.
Yes. I just did 5 to Cesaro and 5 to Sheamus.
Assault to the Bar. Go.
Hang on. Because they were assaulted. They did not do any assaulting.
They didn't fight back at all throughout the whole thing? I find that hard to believe.
I probably did. All right, fine. Give them assault too. What the hell do I care?
Should, they're your characters.
So, 4, 3.
You do realize they're real people, right?
Well, yeah, the points aren't real.
I will make them legal. All right, so we have those. Then we have the Mr. Raj. We'll get assault.
They're forever buried.
All right. And then, let's see. Then the Revival. Okay. So Dash Wilder gets 4. And 1. And Scott Dawson. Okay.
You get 161 there. What was his points beforehand?
157.
Where am I at then? I scored somebody else. No, 157. Yeah, okay. I totally wrote that in there.
Okay then. Anyway. Next, Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers. Anderson. All right. They fight out then Titus Worldwide.
Worldwide?
So 4 to Apollo. It's 167. Add 4 to Titus. Is 148. And then Beauty and the Man Beast. And Rhino. No, wait, hang on. I screwed that up. It should be 85, not 86. What am I doing? There we go. And Rhino is 83. Okay. There.
That's it?
That's it. So Michael Cole informs us that a devastated John Cena is going to come out and discuss his lack of a WrestleMania match.
Devastated.
Devastated. Just devastated.
Devastated.
Just devastated.
So devastated that they're actually trying to make John Cena also anti-establishment, which, that was weird. Like, normally people go back and forth or whatever if they're like, we're trying a new character, I'm gonna, be something that I'm really not. A lot of times it does work, but with John Cena, I don't know, it was just weird. I was like, the anti-establishment thing just doesn't work for him, in my opinion.
Anti-establishmentarianism.
It was weird. Just seeing him out there and hearing him be like, be like, fuck what they say in the back. I'm calling out the Undertaker. He made some valid points. I was like, well, obviously my mic hasn't been cut, so I know it's not them. I know they're not the reason why Undertaker's match can't happen. And he goes through everything. And he's like, so basically I've eliminated everything. And the only possible reason why Undertaker is not going to have a match at WrestleMania is because of Undertaker. And I'm calling bullshit. I was like, wow. I don't know. You didn't think it was weird, Jim?
A little bit. I haven't actually seen it.
Yeah, I did. I saw that, and then I saw the Roman Reigns bit. That's pretty much all I saw.
Fair enough.
But yeah, the Cena thing was kind of weird.
Okay, then.
I was like, what? And as you pointed out, he called Undertaker a coward and stuff like that. So I was like, wait, is he kind of heel turning? Which I'm like, it's weird if he does that while trying to maintain the same character, because his primary character doesn't fit a heel gimmick. If he's going to heel turn, he needs to modify the character.
Fair enough.
You can't do that. he came out as John Cena, so he came out in the bright ass shirt, the fucking hat, all that stuff. The never give up, the all that stuff, and then proceeds to cut kind of a heel promo, and I'm like, that kind of doesn't match your look, dude. Like if he'd have came out like as Doctor of Thugonomics, that might have fit a little bit better. But coming out as happy-go-lucky, kid-friendly John Cena, and then cutting that promo, it's like, whoa, wait, what? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I found it weird. Anyway, promo to John Cena. Jim, hello?
Yep. I got it. So yeah, John Cena says he gave it 100% last night at Fastlane, but couldn't get the job done. It brings up WrestleMania, and the crowd starts chanting for Undertaker, and Cena says he hopes people backstage can hear that. He says he won't be contributing to WrestleMania this year, but he will be there. His road to WrestleMania is not the same as anyone else's because he's going as a fan. He talks about the WWE Universe being important to WrestleMania and says he's going to go show to have fun and may end up sitting next to anyone who goes. And he then jumps the barricade and gets in the middle of some fans, saying he could be sitting next to any of them at WrestleMania. He joins in on some fan chants and gets back at the ring, tells the fans to get their Cena sucks chants out of their system since he won't be at WrestleMania for them to do it.
They can still chant it to him in his face if he's sitting next to them.
He says he could do something right now he's not supposed to do, and it could change his road to WrestleMania. And Cena says he's going to do it, and looks in the camera and challenges The Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania. He says he doesn't know if the WWE executives have a problem with the match, so he repeats the challenge a few times to see if they cut his mic off, which they don't. He says it's not them preventing the match, it's Undertaker, and tells Undertaker to get over his own ego and stop hiding his head in the sand. He says Taker is hiding behind lame excuses and calls him a conceited egomaniac. He says the fans want the match and the ball's in Undertaker's court, and if he was Undertaker, he'd want one more match. So there you go.
It was a good promo, if a bit weird.
One more to John Cena. 388. All right. Next up, we come back to Kurt Angle's office where he's confronted by the Bar. And they tell him that what happened to them tonight was totally uncalled for. Angle points out that they brought it on themselves because they were trashing all the other tag teams on Twitter. And the Bar says they've heard rumors of a superstar shakeup after WrestleMania, but they want to be traded now to SmackDown because they think they're being treated unfairly. Angle says that he's not going to trade them. But you want a direction, I understand that. So tonight there'll be a tag team battle royal, and the winners will be your WrestleMania opponents. So, promo to the Bar, I guess.
Indeed. That'd be interesting. The Bar gets straight to SmackDown, and you have the Bar versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yep.
That'd be a good match.
Yeah. The hell?
That was my phone.
Oh.
I got these notification thingies going off, and I don't know how to turn it off. Can we go back to John Cena for a second?
He got 5 points for a promo.
I know that, but what did you have him at? Because I had him at like 385. Or not 385, 380.
I don't know. I've got him at 388 right now. So I had him at 383.
Oh, it was 380. Yeah, I'm just adding wrong. Duh.
It's all right.
Yeah, okay. I'm all fixed now. I work with money all day. You'd think I know that.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd probably be the reason why you wouldn't know that, because you work with it all day. By the time you get home, you're just like, I don't want to have to think. Trust me, I do the same thing. I'm like, when I get home, I don't want to think.
But the thing is, I got to make sure that Jim over here is the calculations are right, so I do have to think.
We don't have to, but I appreciate it. Anywho, rolling along. So we cut out to the ring for a moment, and Jeff, would you like to ask the relevant question here?
I don't know what. I don't even know what the relevant question is. Oh, Elias.
Yeah.
Who wants to walk
with
with
Elias?
There we go. So yes, there is a spotlight on Elias, who is this was after a brief recap of last week's Symphony of Destruction match, and Elias is wearing a neck brace while sitting in his chair with his guitar. He attempts to he makes like he's gonna start up his guitar, but then he holds his neck brace like he's not in physical condition to do this, and proceeds to say that this is all the fans' fault and head up the ramp to the back to leave. So Elias technically gets a promo, even though he did not actually do anything.
That's it. He came out to say "fuck the fans" and leave.
Yeah, he came out like he wanted to sing, but he couldn't because he was too hurt. Like he thought he was gonna be able to, but he was too hurt, and he blames the fans for being hurt.
Okay then.
Yeah, 264. Meanwhile, we come back to Braun Strowman on a cell phone with ridiculous graphics.
Okay.
Where he talks about how he destroyed Elias last week. It's dropped a piano on him. Yeah, I said a piano. Now, I'm the most dominant superstar on Raw, and yet I don't have a WrestleMania match. Well, I'm not going to sit around and wait for Kurt Angle somebody to give me some opportunity. I'll make my own path of destruction to WrestleMania.
Instruments of destruction.
Yeah, so promo to Braun Strowman. All right.
He should have ended it with, and whoever is in my path is going to get these hands.
He probably did. I feel like that came up in the promo. He's obligated to mention that at least once a show.
It's a good catchphrase.
It is. Anyway. So next up we what?
Nothing, just...
Okay.
It's fine.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't have to.
Just thought I'd make it fun. Just figure around.
Okay. So Finn Balor takes on Seth Rollins in a one-on-one matchup.
And kicks his ass.
The Miz is watching on a monitor in the back. And they have a good back-and-forth match that ends as Rollins manages to hit a superplex, but as he's about to roll that through into his trademark Falcon Arrow, Balor counters the roll through and instead rolls Seth Rollins up for a 3 count.
Woo!
Rollins is very unhappy about this. It storms off after the match before Balor leaves. So, Seth freaking Rollins will get 5 points for being in a match tonight. And 3 for moves is 8 points to Seth Rollins. That's 525. And then Finn Balor will get 20 for winning this match. He'll get 5 for being in it. It's 25.
You said he had 9 moves? Or 9 points?
Rollins, yes. Wait, 8. I said 8.
Okay. Yeah, that's right then.
Yeah. And then Balor is going to get 20 points for winning. 5 for competing is 25. And 13 moves is, that's 35, 38 points to Finn Balor.
Excellent.
69, 477. Right?
All
right.
That includes the countering of said Falcon Arrow, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, 477.
Do it right there. Excellent.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Burns. Over there.
Smithers, continue with the scoring.
Yes, sir. I was saying Boo Earns. Anyway. Oh, we see a video package announcing the fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal.
Yep. Question: do you know if the crowd reacted to that? Like, if they like just booed the crap out of it?
I do not recall.
I don't recall either.
Because it'd be interesting to know what the immediate fan reaction of those in attendance was.
Yeah.
But since neither of you know, that's fine. That's fair. Moving on.
We followed up with another video package looking at the history between the Rousey, Kurt, and Authority feud.
Yeah, because WWE fucked up her schedule.
Yep. We are then joined in the ring by Asuka.
The crowd is ready for Asuka.
Apparently. So, but before Asuka gets started, what?
You gotta think if she's wearing an earpiece in order for like an interpreter to tell her what's going on.
It's possible. A lot of times there are people who are much better at hearing and understanding language than they are at speaking it. So it's entirely possible she can understand English just fine, or at least well enough, but just can't speak it very well.
All right.
Yeah, that too.
So she's about to do an interview before she gets started.
And bye, Tiff.
Hmm?
Look down. We don't have a Tiff.
Oops.
I don't know what happened there. She just disappeared.
Okay, then. Random. Anyway, before Asuka conducts
And she's back!
Stop interrupting me!
Hey, Tiff's the one that's interrupting you, not me. Welcome back, Tiff. I missed you, even if you didn't. And she's muted.
Fucking interrupting me. Anyway.
I didn't realize I was muted.
You were muted. As I was saying, Asuka's going to conduct an interview, but before she can get started, she's interrupted by the women's champion, the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss, and her friend Mickie James.
Which makes no goddamn sense, and everyone's called them out on that shit.
Yeah, Alexa comes out and says that Asuka's English isn't very good, so she's going to explain why Asuka changed her WrestleMania opponent, basically saying that Asuka is, it's a smart decision because, Asuka wants to keep that undefeated streak intact and wouldn't want to challenge Alexa for fear of losing. She says Asuka knows she can't beat her, and it's, people say that it's cowardly to back out, but it's really not. It's a smart decision. Asuka counters that she shows Charlotte because to be the woman, you got to beat the woman.
She's not wrong.
My initial thought was that she was going to come out talking like she was talking. She was going to get herself in trouble.
Though I would then argue, Asuka, did you just call Alexa Bliss the woman? Because did Alexa Bliss not acquire said women's title from Charlotte before Charlotte left Raw?
No.
No, I thought.
Who did she win it from? I thought she won it off of Charlotte. I thought Charlotte was the last champion.
I do not believe that was the case.
Or was it Bayley?
Want to say it might have been Bayley. Let's find out.
Then Bayley is the woman.
Let's find out.
But then you can use that circular WWE logic, then that still Alexa Bliss would then be the woman because she beat the woman who beat the woman. And she beat the new woman.
Let's see. Raw Women's Champions. What do we got here? Let's see here. So Alexa won it off of Sasha.
Oh.
Who won it off of Alexa?
Who won it off of?
Bayley.
So she won it off of Bayley.
Who won it off of Charlotte?
Still, technically, then that would still make Alexa the woman. Because Bayley would then have become the woman after defeating Charlotte, and then Alexa defeated Bayley, thus becoming the woman. By that logic.
Fair enough.
So Asuka's wrong. By that logic.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Okay. So, Asuka adds that she chose to face Charlotte because she wants to face the best champion in women's champion in WWE.
That would be Alexa.
Which is Charlotte. Asuka then ends up challenging Alexa to a match tonight, but Alexa backs out and says that she gets this woman and then points to the stage, but nobody comes out. So instead, Alexa and Mickey proceed to cheap shot Asuka and beat her down together.
Okay.
That's a promo to Asuka and Alexa.
Do you have anything for Mickey? Because Mickey was there too.
Yeah, she'll get 3.
No, they're going to get assault, aren't they? Because they assaulted Asuka.
They're going to get that
Well,
too.
she was speaking
okay.
too, wasn't she?
Oh, was Mickey speaking too? If Mickey was speaking too, then yeah, we'll give her the full promo. And then an assault for her as well is actually 176, and then assault for Alexa puts her at 201 actually. All right. So we're going to commercial, and we come back to find out that Mickie James has been assigned to have a match against Asuka here. And it's all Mickie in the beginning, but by the end of the match, Asuka ducks a Mick kick and applies the Asuka lock, tapping Mickie out.
So Asuka also gets
bad leg.
What?
Did anybody see that match?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, they were fighting on the outside of the ring, and she managed to kick, and Mickey dodged it out of the way from a kick from Asuka, and Asuka kicked the post.
I did see that. That looked like it hurt like hell.
Yeah.
She sold it well too. Anyway.
Well, she kicked it as hard as it looked like she kicked it. As you guys say, as hard as you guys say it looked like she kicked it, I would assume at least part of that was not selling.
Maybe. Anyway, so let's go here. Mickie will get 5 points for being in a match, and that's about it. So 5 points to Mickie will put her at 181. And then Asuka will get 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing is 25, and 2 moves is 27 points to Asuka. 92, 02, and 7 is 409. Asuka.
Fair.
Anyway, Alexa leaves right after the match, leaving Mickie back there in the ring. And Alexa goes into Nia Jax's locker room, asking why she didn't come out to back them up against Asuka. And she says that Kurt told her not to go out because she has a match coming up. And Alexa says that Nia is her best friend and she loves her, and Nia says she loves her too, and they hug. Alexa says she needs Nia's word that she'll have her back in taking out Asuka, and Nia agrees.
Oh, she's gonna get into so much trouble.
Wait for it. 5 points to Nia for a promo, and I guess another promo to Alexa. That's right, 206. Nia Jax goes down to the ring and squashes a jobber in about 5 seconds. So Nia gets 20 for that, 5 for competing, and 1 for the Samoan drop that she hit to end the match. It's 26 points to Nia Jax real quick.
Second. What am I doing here?
Well, I still have Nia Jax. Okay. 9 at 99, and 6 is 205 live.
By the way, and I should have mentioned this earlier, it has been confirmed that Samoan drop type move is in fact going to be Ronda's finishing move.
Great.
Yeah, Kurt Angle confirmed it because someone, I guess, mentioned on Twitter about Ronda doing the move and saying that it looked like she did it wrong, and Kurt chimed in, was like, no, that's correct. It's this move. It's not actually a Samoan drop, but it's close to it. He said, no, it's this. It's like a judo throw or something. It's a judo move. So he's like, no, she did it right, and in fact, that's her finishing move. It's like, really, Kurt? Fucking really?
Yeah, it's really Kurt. Fucking really.
So MMA fighters apparently going to do a Samoan drop for a finishing move.
Yes.
Because that's going to legitimize her in the wrestling ring.
Yes.
Like to see her try to do that to Nia Jax.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Ronda Rousey's strong, and if John Cena can pick up the Big Show.
But Ronda Rousey doesn't have, like, foot-thick arms like John Cena.
That is true.
Because John Cena regularly benches, what, like 600 pounds anyway, so him picking up the Big Show is, like, really, really believable.
True. All right. So, following Nia winning this match, the big screen turns on.
I saw this part.
Yes.
So did I.
And we see Alexa and Mickey in the locker room trashing Nia, making fun of her weight, and Alexa saying she uses Nia because she's a vulnerable person, and that Nia will be right where she wants her next week because she's easy to manipulate. They go on and on until Charlie Caruso walks into the locker room and informs them that they've been on camera the whole time. They then attempt to make their escape out of the arena as Nia chases out to the back and is not happy, walks in the locker room and starts throwing shit around and asking where Alexa is before screaming and then walking off.
Yeah. Am I the only one who wants someone to take that backstage bit that they did and make it black and white and put the GTV logo on the bottom?
Yeah, yeah.
The good old Attitude Era. I miss that.
Uh,
It was a great bit.
I don't know.
But you didn't like the GTV bit?
The GTV bit was entertaining for its time, but you couldn't really pull that off today because, you know, given a lot of the shit that GTV went for, if you were going to put that next bit, you know, if you're going to do that bit as a GTV bit, the problem is that goes back into the problems with, you know, being before the women's revolution, because if that was a GTV bit in the Attitude Era, one or both of those women would have been in a towel.
True. That is very true.
Anyway, so, yeah. So I guess, should I give Alexa and Mickey another promo, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably give it to Nia, too.
So that's, let's see, it's 211. And Mickey. 6. And Nia. Go up to 210. Okay.
All right.
Rolling on. So after this, we get a video package looking at the Great War between House Hardy and Bray Wyatt, as with including footage of the Hardy compound and Matt's family, including Senor Benjamin, the Drone, Queen Rebecca, King Maxell, Lord Wolfgang, the whole shebang, minus Brother Nero.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I also should mention, since we were talking about the Hardys earlier, Matt did actually tweet out a little video clip of him wheeling Jeff Hardy out in a what the hell is it called? Words escape me. Words fail me.
Wheelchair.
Went a wheelchair out to the Lake of Reincarnation and like helping him out of the wheelchair. The assumption is he pulled him up and tossed him into the Lake of Reincarnation. So that ultimate deletion, he comes back as Brother Nero or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of what they were going for.
Ah. Fair enough.
Which arm was the one that Jeff Hardy had surgery on?
I don't remember.
Because he had one of his arms around Matt's shoulders and stuff, and at the angle it was at, like, yeah, if that was your injured arm, it's clearly not injured anymore.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, so we'll see if that happens on Monday night.
Yep. So, we then cut over to Bray Wyatt in a dark room, who cuts a promo about Matt Hardy being a liar and a fool. So, promo to Matt and promo to Bray. $199. Promo to Bray.
I still want them to throw Bray in the Lake of Reincarnation and have him come back as Husky Harris.
There you go.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
It's not like Bray Wyatt's doing him any favors.
Yeah. It's a way more appealing character than Husky Harris ever was, because at least Bray Wyatt is a character.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kurt Angle's backstage saying to himself, I knew Bray was crazy, but what the hell happened to Matt? Kurt Angle then appoints a referee to the match at the Hardy compound. The ref asks if he did something to deserve this, and Angle says he just needs someone there to make sure they leave the compound in one piece. So, there we go. We then see replays of the exchanges between Vince and Roman earlier, and we then go to our main event match.
Okay.
Said match is a tag team battle royal featuring all the tag teams that assaulted the bar earlier, with the winning team being declared the number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania.
Joke's on them.
What do you mean?
None of them win.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
You thought you were going to get a number one contender shot. You thought wrong.
Yep. The bar comes out to commentary for the match. Let's give commentary points to the bar.
They're now the commentary bar?
They're now the commentary bar.
Good. Now can we fire Michael Cole? Because he's obviously not at the bar.
Anyway. So before the opening bell sounds, Braun Strowman marches down to the ring and then yells at the ref to ring the bell and start the match. Strowman then begins immediately eliminating everybody else in the match.
It was an elimination match?
It's a battle royal.
Oh.
It's a 10-man, it's a tag team battle royal.
Okay then.
Yeah.
It's an over-the-top rope battle royal.
So he just presses everyone over the rope?
Kind of. He starts off by immediately throwing Apollo out. Then everybody starts brawling in the ring. Strowman and Slater go at it, and Slater slides under the rope to escape, but Strowman follows him outside, beats him down, drags him back of the ring, and then throws him over the top rope.
Now, is it both members have to be eliminated for the team to be eliminated, or only one member?
I don't know.
What do the results say?
No, it sounds like Titus was still fighting after Apollo, so I guess both have to be eliminated for a team to be eliminated.
Fair.
So, Slater gets thrown out. The rest of the participants then gang up on Strowman and try to eliminate him. The Revival breaks off for a minute and eliminates Rhino. The only elimination that did not go to Braun. Strowman then starts cleaning house, and all the wrestlers roll out for breathers under the bottom. Titus comes into John Strowman, but decides against it and leaves the ring to consult with the others. They all get back in a gang about Strowman until he shoves them off. The Good Brothers and Titus put the boots to Strowman, and he flies outside through the middle rope. The Miztourage and Revival then beat Strowman down at ringside with the steel ring steps. Titus starts cleaning house in the ring until the Miztourage double teams him. Strowman then gets back in the ring and eliminates Titus. Gallows kicks Strowman in the face a few times, but he clotheslines Gallows out. The Miztourage tries to eliminate Strowman, but he decks them both and power slams them each. He then eliminates both of them. Anderson hits a series of kicks to Strowman, but he catches one and slams him down. Picks up Anderson, yells that he's going to WrestleMania, and then throws Anderson outside onto all the other wrestlers, giving him the victory.
Okay, then.
Braun is the tag team champions.
Not yet. And maybe depending on the outcome of the poll?
Who knows? We'll see.
Shall we talk about said poll?
Go for it.
When did it go up? Was it immediately after?
I have no idea. I just saw it online.
So apparently a poll went up that Jim saw, and apparently I'm talking about even though I didn't see. Asking, do you think Braun Strowman should get a tag team partner?
My initial thought that it was going to be Brother and Era coming out.
Yeah, basically, should Braun compete against the Bar 2-on-1 at WrestleMania, or should he have a tag team, get a tag team partner to compete against them?
And as I said to Jim, well, that depends whether you want the match to be fair or not. If you want it to be fair, no. If you want Braun and his tag team partner to just decimate the Bar, yes. Because let's be fair, anyone teaming with Braun just isn't fair. And now back to your regularly scheduled mustache.
It's James Ellsworth.
No, people reckon James Ellsworth should enter himself into the Women's Battle Royal.
Yeah, I could see that.
Probably not going to happen given the controversy over the Money in the Bank, but that'd be hilarious.
Anywho. All right, so let's go ahead and go over this. So in the match here, let's see.
Yes.
I'm trying to count how many people, Braun eliminated, so I know how many elimination points to give him.
Shouldn't you be doing that when we get to Braun, since he's the winner of the match?
I know, but that also helps me to do it now, because then I can list out all the people in the match to make sure I give them all points.
Fair.
Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? Excuse me. It's all the Mistrage, that's why I forgot.
Yep, you should have 8 people.
Actually, it's 10 plus Braun.
10? What team am I missing?
I don't know. Titus Worldwide.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Man Beast.
Beauty and the Man Beast. That's who I was missing. Okay.
The Revival. The Mistrage. The Good Brothers, which is 5 teams for 10 people.
Yeah. Which means Braun gets 9 eliminations.
Correct. And that also means that Dash and Dawson will each get an elimination for jointly eliminating Rhino. Now, why Rhino was the one person not eliminated by Braun?
I have no idea.
No idea? Nothing?
Nothing. Why do you?
I do. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let's go ahead and score this up. All right, so let's see. What do we got for this? This is a specialty match. So basically, this is going to be 5 for a match, plus, let's see, 4 for a main event and 3 for a specialty. It's 12 points at base for this. All right, so 12 points everybody. So 12 points to Apollo. 179. And 12 points to Titus. 160. And 12 points to Rhino. 93, that's about 95. And 12 points to Heath Slater. 97. All right. And 12 points to Axel and Dallas. 168. Curtis Axel. 169. Okay. And 12 points to Carl Anderson. 217. And Luke Gallows actually hit 2 moves because he got a couple of kicks off. So that would be Luke Gallows. we get the base 12 and 2 is 14 for him, which is 85, and 4 is 189. And then Tash and Dawson are going to get the base 12 plus 3 for their elimination is going to be 15 each to Dash and Dawson.
Dash and Dawson.
Yep. He is 90, 196. And Scott Dawson is 71. Whoa. He is 71, 176. Okay. And of course, Braun Strowman will get all the points. Let's see. Braun Strowman will get 20 points for winning this match. He'll get 10 for winning a specialty match. He'll get 5 for winning the main event. He will get the base 12. He will get 3 move points on power slams. And then he will have, 9 people that he eliminated times 3 points per elimination is another 27 points. Means Braun Strowman gets...
times 3 is 27.
That's what I said.
Okay.
So Braun Strowman gets a total of 77 points for the night.
Damn.
Seven, so that'd be...
He's like number 1 now, isn't he?
Close. Let's see. So the 70 will put him at 500. And the 8... He puts him at 515.
So here's a question for you.
Yep.
If Braun Strowman becomes the tag team champions, does he get double the points?
That's a good question.
Since he'd be the only person on his team, should he then not get the entirety of both team members' points for winning the title?
Theoretically, he should. Theoretically, he should. All right. Well, that is Monday Night Raw. Let's go and see what the scores are looking like. Scroll this up here. I'll put this up here first. 3, 12, 18. STL, 3, 13, 18. 205L, 3, 13, 18. Okay. Well, it'll hit the data refresh. All right. And currently in the lead at 62.76 is the Blissful Ride of Justice. Followed at 61.31 by the Balor Club Worldwide. And still in third at 46.26 is me.
46.26?
46.26.
I got 46.34.
Did I not give myself 5 points?
I don't know.
We'll find out after the video.
Actually,
She has a chance to review it.
Actually, it's 8 points.
Well, let her review it afterwards, and then she'll let you know next week.
No, because that's going to be impossible to figure out what the fuck happened. It's easier to do it now.
For fuck's sake.
Shut up. Let me see here, Tiff. This is my roster list. I mean, do you see any numbers that don't match yours here?
Go up to 8 in English so we can go down really quick. Kurt Angle. You didn't give him the points, like I was going over, like we were going over. He's supposed to be at 35, at 39 instead of 34.
What points for what?
The I don't know, some promo points.
He didn't do anything. Kurt Angle didn't do anything.
He was doing wasn't he doing promo points somewhere?
No, Ronda Rousey wasn't there this week, so he gets nothing.
Oh.
He literally all he did this week, from at least from what I recall of him, what Jim just went through, was just being a GM.
Well, no, he did do a promo at the top of the night, which I awarded him, was for cutting, the promo that involved Ronda Rousey.
Oh, he had a promo with Ronda Rousey? Okay, well, then, yeah, but you probably gave him the points for that.
I gave him that already, so I don't know where the other 5 came from.
Listen. But I thought he already had 34, but I'll fix it.
What did he say about Ronda Rousey at the top? I missed that.
Just talked about him. Just talked about him and Ronda and how they're going to beat the Authority at WrestleMania.
So standard promo.
Yeah.
Fair.
But what I can do is go back to last week's and see what that was all about.
Kurt Angle. All right, on to SmackDown.
Yes, quite.
Don't forget to type in your score.
Yes, right.
Kurt Angle was already at 34 from last week. So he should probably... And we gave him promo points for this week, correct?
Yeah, for the top of the show.
Okay, well then you didn't give him the points.
Whatever. 39.
No, go retype your score.
Is 46-31 accurate? Tiff?
No.
It is now. Change it.
But she has to figure out where the discrepancy is to change it properly, because it's all tied into the individual scores. She can't just change the main score, Jim.
She said it was Kurt Angle.
But there's obviously something else. Was it supposed to be 34? So there's 3 points somewhere else that you didn't give?
Seth Rollins on your side is 325, and I have him over here is 328.
You mean 528?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Alright, whatever.
That's what it is.
Alright, fine.
And Jim just doesn't even question it. So I could just give you any numbers I want, you wouldn't question it, Jim?
No, I'd question it from you.
Fuck you.
We're fine now.
Okay, moving on.
See, that's being sexist.
No, it was sexist. If John showed up and gave you points, I'd pick him over you too.
Fuck you. Well, now I know why I'm not winning. It's because the guy scoring is fucking biased against me.
It's not that at all.
You're not winning because she ransacked both our rosters and took all the high-scoring people. And all of my fucking people are injured. Or fired.
Or not doing anything. Because you have Epico and Primo who have yet to show up, despite the fact that supposedly they still have jobs.
One of them was injured.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of them had some kind of surgery or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. That's
Fair.
why they haven't been around. Anyway. So, SmackDown is at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. We open the program up with AJ Styles.
Yay.
AJ Styles. Clap, 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 clap. He gets to the ring as the fans chant his name, says the odds are stacked against him at Fastlane, but he still pulled through. He hasn't forgotten where he came from, and his road to WrestleMania was a tough one. His match with Nakamura is a dream match that they're going to have. Nakamura then interrupts him at the mention of his name, comes out of the ring saying he respects AJ, but he will need him in the face and take his WWE title at WrestleMania. They're then interrupted by Team Rusev Day, and this becomes a match of AJ Styles versus Rusev.
Apparently not crushed.
What's that?
Said in English's larynx is apparently not crushed.
It is not crushed.
Because he sings.
He doesn't say that here.
Maybe it was for the entrance, he's saying, but because you mentioned it to me, I was like, oh, so his larynx wasn't crushed? Maybe he sings the entrance for a Rusev Day.
Maybe. Anyway. Promos all around.
Is that the main event then?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Machines. Yeah. Rusev Crush. So I guess did Rusev talk or was it just Aiden?
I didn't see SmackDown.
I'm asking him.
I didn't see SmackDown either.
Aiden was singing.
Like I said, if you'd have paid attention to what I was saying to you, you mentioned it to me.
Oh.
Yep, I already said. I said you mentioned it to me. That's why I remember that. But maybe it was for the entrance. I can't remember if it was for the entrance or if he just came out and did it as part of a promo. Makes sense if it's the entrance because
Jeff, your audio's gone, dude. We can't hear you.
Hello?
Nope, can't hear you. I see your mouth moving. I cannot hear you.
I can hear him.
You got nothing. You're dead.
I can hear him. Can you hear me? Jim? Jim.
Apparently not.
You did. You done fucked up.
Jim.
What do you mean it's me?
It's gotta be you because we can hear you, but you can't hear us.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm still talking if you can't hear us.
That's why I was typing to him.
There we go. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, but I was saying it makes sense. It would make sense if he sang for the entrance because doesn't he sing Rusev Day's entrance?
He does.
Yeah. Okay, so it's probably the entrance is where you mentioned it.
Fair enough. Anyway.
You went over SmackDown with me.
Okay. Anyway. Moving along.
AJ Styles.
Yep.
There was AJ, there was Aiden, there was Rusev, and there was Shinsuke. Is that correct?
Yep,
Am I missing somebody?
No, you got it. I did everybody except Rusev so far.
Rusev Day.
Okay, then we have a match here, which is Styles versus Rusev. Said match ends in a disqualification when Aiden English attacks AJ.
Okay.
While he has a calf crusher locked on Rusev.
Okay.
So that's going to be AJ with an interference. Not AJ. Aiden with an interference on AJ, sorry. Aiden with an interference of 6 points. It's going to be 131 for him. Rusev is going to get 5 points for being in the match.
No moves.
And 3 moves is 8 points for Rusev.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I'm going to put Rusev at an even 150. AJ Styles wins this match by default. But it was an unintentional DQ win. So he doesn't actually get any points for that. So he'll just get 5 points for being in the match.
What do you mean unintentional? It was totally intentional.
Unintentional on AJ's part.
But yeah, but you can't intentionally disqualify yourself to win. That makes no sense, Jim.
Considering you're the one that came up with that point idea, I'm shocked you're the one questioning me. You decided that we needed the concept of that unintentional DQ win point for situations like, for example, Eddie slamming a chair on the ground and throwing it in the other dude's hand and getting him DQ'd.
Oh.
That's why we created that.
Fair.
So it was in this because so if it was an intentional DQ win, then they could get 10 points for that. Even though it was a DQ, they deserve something because they put in the effort to win by DQ.
Right. Actually, what I'm thinking is, shouldn't Rusev get an intentional DQ loss since Aiden English intentionally got him disqualified?
Aiden English intentionally got himself, but Rusev did not intentionally get himself disqualified, so it doesn't apply because it was an outside interference.
Hmm.
Anyway, AJ gets 5 points for being in the match. And let me scroll down here. He gets 5 points for being in the match and 7 moves. It's 12 points to AJ. AJ Styles. 516. There we go. Okay. Rolling on along through the program. Next up, after the match, Rusev Day beat down AJ as Nakamura watches from ringside, but Nakamura finally decides to get involved, dropping Aiden and then Rusev, and then leaving as AJ is recovering. So Rusev and Aiden with a post-match beatdown.
Does Nakamura also get commentary points then?
I don't think he was on commentary.
He was at ringside, according to you.
Yeah, right.
Because you're the one that brought up that point last week.
Fair enough. Rusev with a 4-point assault.
Besides getting beaten on, did Aiden do anything post-match assault?
You mean AJ?
Aiden.
Wasn't Aiden the one doing the beating?
Yeah, Aiden and Rusev were doing the beating.
Okay.
And then Nakamura will get 4 for assault also. Okay.
And AJ just didn't do anything?
Apparently not. He just got beat up.
Fair.
That's why Shinsuke had to save him.
Fair.
Anyway, moving along.
So 154, and where is Shinsuke at? It's 4, so it's just 4. I thought we were doing. For some reason, I was thinking there was more
assault.
points than there.
No, it's an assault. It's just 4 for assault.
You forgot the commentary points.
You fucking commentary points, fine.
Hey, you're the one who insisted on it from last week. I'm just keeping everything in line.
All right.
It was either last week or was Thursday. I can't remember. But you're the one who made the point of if they're down at ringside, that's commentary points. I said, okay.
All right.
No, it was Thursday because it was for Shane. That's right. I remember that.
Okay, anyway.
Because Shane didn't actually say anything. He just kind of sat there and watched the match and then got involved. And you're like, I'm giving him commentary points.
Right, okay. Anyway. So, next up, Big E does an interview in the back. And he informs us that Kofi and Xavier aren't here tonight after the gruesome beatdown they received at the hands of the Bludgeon Brothers on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll be back. Jimmy Uso then walks in and tells Big E that he isn't alone because Jay's out of action from that beating too. So the two gentlemen agree that right now they need to put their differences aside and deal with the Bludgeon Brothers together.
Saw that coming. I didn't even see it.
Yeah. You saw it, but you didn't see it? That seems contradictory.
So is this the New Day Penitentiary?
I guess so.
I'm just listening to what you recap it, and it's just like, okay, well, let's see where this is going.
It's the Uday.
The Uday. Ooh, Day rocks.
Day rocks. Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, so that is a promo to Big E and Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy.
Then Big E gets 5, which puts him at 173. Okay. So following this, we get a video package about Kid Rock's Hall of Fame induction again. We then cut backstage to AJ and Nakamura. AJ says he doesn't need Nakamura's help, but Nakamura disagrees, saying that he wants AJ healthy for the match at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. It's a promo.
Promo to AJ and Nakamura.
Ooh.
Wasn't Nakamura in the top 10 at one point?
At one point,
Yeah,
he was just
after
barely.
the Royal Rumble. But then after the Royal Rumble, they did fuck all with him, so he just got no points.
Basically.
Okay.
So next we go to the ring where Big E and Jimmy Uso take on the Bludgeon Brothers and get destroyed.
They literally get hammers to faces, don't they?
I believe so, yes. Well, they get hammers to the chairs that they're holding.
Oh.
Yeah, Big E and Jimmy attack the Bludgeon Brothers before the opening bell. They all brawl around ringside. Jimmy and Big E grab chairs and roll back in to wait for the Bludgeon Brothers, who pick up their hammers and get in. The ref jumps out of the ring as the two teams start swinging their weapons at each other, with the Bludgeon Brothers knocking the chairs out of the babyfaces' hands, causing them to retreat outside. Meanwhile, the hammers are removed, and the bell rings, and the match actually starts. And the Bludgeon Brothers rather quickly dispatch of Big E and Jimmy Uso.
Fair.
Yep. So, everybody gets weapon use, I guess.
Ooh.
Well, no, because Big E and Jimmy didn't actually hit anybody with those chairs. Technically, neither did the Bludgeon Brothers. They hit the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess no weapon. There isn't actually weapon use.
Or you can just give them all weapon use. That's as fair as no weapon use.
Yeah, no weapon use. So
Jeff, you say you sit there and you're like, oh, like it's a bad thing, and yet Jim is going to get most of those points because he has the Bludgeon Brothers and Big E.
I'm fine with that. You say that like it affects anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim has gone silent over there.
Jim is right here.
If they didn't use it on anybody, I would say no.
Yeah, no, there's no weapon points. There will, however, be pre-match assault on the point of all format. So we're just going to add 4 on top of their scores to the match.
Fair.
So, that being said, Big E and Jimmy did not hit any moves.
Oh.
Just get 9 points each.
Yep. 9 points a pop. Let's see. 9. It's 201 to Jim E. And 182 to Big E. Harper Road continued beating down Big E at ringside after the match. And as for the Bludgeon Brothers themselves, let's see, looking like it's a double team. Looks like Harper was a legal man, so Rowan will get 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing. That's 25. 1 for the double team move that ended the match is 26, and 4 for the pre-match assault is an even 30 points to Eric Rowan.
Can you go through those points again?
Okay, 15 for being on the winning team.
Yeah.
5 for competing is 20.
Yeah.
1 for the move is 21, and then for those 25, not 30. Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, because I was thinking 15 plus 5. How does that become 25?
You're right. Okay. So, sorry. I thought there's 20 points to Eric Rowan. No, it's towards 25. 25.
God damn it, get it right, Jim. We don't have time for this.
Because I said 30, but it's actually 25. So basically, it's 174 for him. All right, Luke Harper gets 20 for winning the match. 5 for competing is 25. 4 for the pre-match assault is 29, and 2 moves is 31 points to Luke Harper, and that's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the bottom line, because Mustache said so.
Yes, 162 for him. All right. So, moving on, we get a recap of Fastlane, showing the confrontation of things. Sami Zayn does an interview in the back where he blames Shane McMahon for Sunday's problems. Also blames Kevin Owens, saying Owens is obsessed with Shane. He says he played everyone, including Owens, at Fastlane, and he's done being guilty by association with being with Owens. Promo to Sami Zayn.
Woo! Let's go, Sammy.
Sammy sucks.
No, he doesn't. He's underrated.
Yeah.
Next up, WWE. What?
Pressing one too many buttons.
Don't do that. Next up, the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte comes to the ring with Mike.
Says she's ready for Asuka.
Yeah, she's excited to be challenged by Asuka. Calls her out. Asuka does so. And Charlotte tells her to be careful what she wishes for. Says she welcomes the challenge and looks forward to ending Asuka's streak. And Asuka says that she likes a challenge, but no one is ready for her. So promo to Charlotte and Asuka.
And Asuka actually had a pretty good promo. I was impressed. She's getting better.
Yep. All right. Next up, the U.S. champion Randy Orton comes out before Asuka and Charlotte have even left, actually. He gets to the ring and talks about winning the U.S. title for the first time in his career, mentioning that he's the 10th Grand Slam champion under the current title format, and that's the list that really matters. He says Bobby Roode earned his respect, but the U.S. title is his now, and no one is taking it from him. This leaves Roode to come out to interrupt, congratulate Orton on the win, say that he wants his rematch at WrestleMania, and it will be glorious when he recovers the title. This leads out Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh, who also congratulates Orton and tells everyone to forget about the WrestleMania rematch because Jinder's going to beat Bobby tonight and then take Orton's title for himself. So, promote all those gentlemen.
Except for the thing.
Except for the Singh brother. He gets 3 for being there. Bobby Roode. He's 61. Jinder Mahal. Is 202. And Sunil Singh. It's 3, 67. And Randy Orton, 5, 241. All right. So next up, Bobby Roode and Jinder Mahal proceed to have a match. So they fight into the corner. There's some back and forth. Jinder avoids several glorious DDTs. And eventually, Sunil Singh jumps on the apron for a distraction. Bobby Roode chucks him into a ring post, but that distracts him long enough for Jinder to hit a Colossus and win the match. So that's going to be Sunil Singh with an interference.
Doing his job.
Yep, that's 73. All right. Then, let's see here. Then Bobby Roode lost this match. He'll get 5 for competing and 5 moves. Is 10 points to Bobby Roode.
How rude.
Yep. How rude. Jinder Mahal gets 20 points for winning a match. He gets 5 for being in said match. He gets 7 moves. Is 32 points to Jinder Mahal.
All right. Jinder's now unhindered.
Yep. Tim at 34. 234. All right. And then Randy Orton is going to get a post-match. Is going to get a post-match RKO point for RKOing Jinder after the match.
Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
You have to say out of nowhere now, because that's literally the name of his move now. It's RKO out of nowhere, or
Okay.
out of nowhere.
242. Fair enough. Next up, we cut to the back, where we see Kevin Owens,
Yay!
who does an interview where he said he's tired of Sami Zayn blaming him for everything. He says Sami's a delusional liar who is blaming him for his own problems. He says Shane screwed him out of the WWE title on Sunday, and Shane was not needed at ringside for that match at all, and he has no problem beating Sami and showing him the truth. Promo to KO. Yep.
Can we go back to Randy Orton for a minute? You said to get post-match assault for an RKO and Jinder
No, he
Mahal.
just gets 1 point for the RKO itself. We don't give assault if it's only one move.
Okay.
That's our policy.
All right. That's the question there. Okay, got it.
Well, there's the answer there. That there.
Are you mocking me?
No, I would never do that.
Best not be.
See, that's the door over there. I'm heading in that direction now.
Anyway, we get to our next match of Naomi versus Carmella. One-on-one women's match, which is a fairly straightforward match, and
James Ellsworth out of nowhere.
No, not just Carmella just straight up beats Naomi, just straight up.
Oh, she wins.
Yeah, Carmella won, just straight up beat Naomi. I'm not sure how that happened. Naomi must have been.
Get your ass back to reality TV.
Carmella talks trash to Naomi while she's down, takes control of that, hits her with a running knee in the corner, follows up with a boot to the head. She wastes some time, and Naomi manages to hit a shot out of the corner, but Carmella slaps her across the face. Naomi fires back with a couple of clotheslines and a knee. She tries to springboard off the ropes, but gets cut off by Carmella, who slams her down and rolls her up for a 3 count.
Get your ass back to reality TV.
I guess so. And whatever that slam was, she doesn't have a slam maneuver, so unless it was the sit-out rear mat slam. I don't know if that even constitutes a sit. I'll give her a point for it. She won the match with it, but I just don't know if that actually constitutes on her list or not. All right, so Naomi gets 5 points for being in this match, and that's about it. Or it would be, except for the weirdest goddamn thing.
Okay.
This is the main event.
What?
Yeah.
So I got main event win points.
You did. So Naomi will get 5 points, and then she will get 4 for being in the main event. So that's actually going to be 9 points to Naomi for 149. And then Carmella will get 20 points for winning a match. She will go up to 29 for being in and winning the main event. 5 for competing in the match is 34. And 2 moves is 36 points to Carmella. That's about that. 6 would put her at 101, and 30 puts her at 131. Bada bam. Carmella the main event win.
Yay.
Indeed. So we throw to a commercial. We see a mixed match challenge promo, and we end the night with SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon coming out of the ring. And Shane proceeds to discuss the various issues with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, saying maybe he went a little out of line, but he had to watch his father be assaulted by these two men. And imagine if you had to watch those two men assault your father. Wouldn't you act a little irrationally? Even if, as he admits, my father is not a saint. So he says he talked to Daniel Bryan today. Daniel Bryan will be back next week, which is good because as of the end of this program, Shane is taking an indefinite leave of absence as the SmackDown Live commissioner.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Before he leaves, he's going to make one more match, and that is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
One more match.
Yes.
So are they going to put a new commissioner up?
Well, he's just on an indefinite leave. He's not fired.
He's
So
just
Daniel-
taking a vacation.
Yeah, so Daniel Bryan will just run the show as GM in the interim.
Okay.
Remember, Stephanie was gone as commissioner for, like 6 months after she went through a table at last year's WrestleMania.
Okay, yeah.
So after Shane finishes his little spiel, Kevin Owens goes out to interrupt and complains about the match. Sami comes out and does the same. And the two of them then proceed to beat the living shit out of Shane McMahon. They throw him into some posts. They slam him on the ground. Shane eats a haluva kick and then a pop-up powerbomb. Then they drag his limp carcass up the ramp to the backstage area and proceed to powerbomb him onto an assortment of pallets in the backstage area. And Shane sells this very well by having a very red face and going, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," like that.
Of course they do.
So. And did you say there was a rumor that Shane was actually injured by that?
Yeah, there's a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but I saw this headline of, wait, Shane was actually injured? So, it's a possibility that he legitimately got injured in that.
He legitimately got injured in the fake injury.
Yes, that's the possibility.
Fair enough. Anyway, so this being the case, Shane is going to get a promo, as he is wont to do. That's 93. And then Kevin and Sami will each get a promo, and an assault, and a finisher. It's 10 points to each. Also, I'm going to go with an OMG for the pallet powerbomb. What do we think?
I agree. But then again, I'm
Yep.
biased.
Yeah, you're biased. Tiff, what do you think?
An OMG for what?
For them dragging Shane to the back and then powerbombing him onto some equipment backstage, specifically some pallets that looked very solid.
I want to say no, because it's no different than having a powerbomb on the mat, I guess, or on the table.
But usually when we powerball them through the table, we give an OMG for that.
Yeah. Table spot's always an OMG. So this would be the equivalent of a table spot.
What do you think,
So.
Jim?
How high was the stack?
Fairly high, because the stack of pallets was on top of something else. So, you got to figure the top of the stack of pallets had to be at about, just under Kevin Owens' shoulder level.
Yeah, that definitely is an OMG to me. Also, I believe that is also the spot where people theorize that Shane actually got injured.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit lower, might have been mid-chest, but still, it was fairly high because the pallets were on top of something else. But anyway, no, I think it's worth an OMG personally.
Okay.
All right, cool.
That could also be why his face got all red and he's going, ooh, because he was probably legitimately hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I thought his face was a little bit bloody.
might have been.
Mm.
I didn't notice it.
Because I caught the end of it, though.
Okay.
Well, maybe that's the legitimate injury they're talking about. Maybe that wasn't a blade job. Maybe he legitimately got busted open. I don't know.
Maybe.
I didn't see the bit.
Anyway, Sami Zayn. So, like I said, it's going to be 10 points, and then the OMG be another 5, so they each get 15. Or would only Owens get the 15? Did Sami help with the powerbomb?
I didn't see it.
You said you saw the end.
I was in and out of it. I only saw him writhing on the floor.
Yeah, it says they powerbomb Shane, so I'm going to give it to both of them. So they're each going to get 15 points. That's what's going to happen here. So that's a 404, and another 5 is 409 for Zayn. And then KO will get 15 points, which will put him at, 306. And put him at 311. Okay. Save, and let's go to the scores.
Yeah, let's see if I'm on the same page here.
Refresh. All right. In the lead at 63-62 is Blissful Ride of Justice, followed at 62-67. Just under 100 points even spread between you for the Battle Club Worldwide, and I'm still in third at 47-36. That sound about right?
62, 67, 47, 36, 63, 62.
Correct. Coolio.
Woohoo!
Yeah. All right. The 205 Live.
You gotta type in your, or did you? Because I'm
did
trying to type it in here.
I did it.
What? You did?
I did it. I did it.
Okay, so what do you want, a cookie?
I got her done.
Okay.
All right. All right, all right, all right.
Mr. McConaughey, when did you get here?
I just thought I'd stop by. Came over my Lexus, see what's going on.
He doesn't drive a Lexus. He drives a Cadillac.
No, he drives a Lexus.
Really? Then why is he in all these Cadillac commercials?
Not a Lexus, a Lincoln. Sorry,
Oh,
Lincoln.
it's a Lincoln Continental. That's right. It's what he drives.
It's a Lincoln. Sorry, wrong
That's right.
brand. It was
We
an
both
L.
got the wrong brand.
It was a Lincoln. He was in the Lincoln Lawyer. That's where that started.
Yeah, he's been in all the Link. He's in the newest Lincoln commercial.
Yeah.
Anywho.
205 Live. All right. So we recap last Tuesday's matches, and then we open up with a tag team match player. Featuring the team of Akira Tozawa and Hideo Itami taking on the new Lucha Dragons. The team of Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik, accompanied by Kalisto.
Yeah, apparently they're a faction. They're the Lucha faction.
They are a Lucha faction.
Where's some Carmel?
Lucha, Lucha, Lucha.
Cigar is where he should be, not on WWE television.
What happened to him?
Ouch.
Well, I'm sorry. Really, what's he going to do when he show up? He's going to do a couple of flashy moves, and then he immediately injure either himself, somebody else, or both.
True.
More likely than not himself. Anywho. So yes, Tozawa and Hitami get a win on this off of the GTS, or Eat Defeat, depending on your preferred title of that maneuver. So there we go.
Wait, who uses the Eat Defeat?
The Eat Defeat is another name for the GTS.
I want to say it's Akira's move.
Yeah,
The go to sleep?
Yeah.
No, the Eat Defeat was Enzo's finisher, you idiot.
I'm telling you, no, it's Eat DE capital FEET. Eat Defeat.
Yes, that's why they called the move that Enzo did. That's why that was originally called that, because you're literally slamming someone's face into your foot. It was Gail Kim's finishing move.
No, that's Eat Defeat as in eat the defeat of someone. This is Eat Defeat as in eat the feet.
I'm saying that's the reason why they used the name. It was a kind of a play on the words, because it was spelled defeat, DEFEAT, yes, but because of the way it sounded and because of what the move did, that's why they used the name, because it made sense. Because it was like, okay, yeah, we could have a joke with it too.
Well, this guy fucked up then. I'm just telling you what it says.
Calling the GTS Eat Defeat makes no sense because the foot never touches them. It's a knee to the face. How does that make any goddamn sense?
I don't know.
Guy's an idiot. Just call it the GTS.
Yeah.
And that's Hideo Itami's move, by the way. Tiff.
Pardon?
It's Hideo Itami's move. He's the one that actually innovated the move. He created the move.
Yep. Anyway, as I was saying, So Tozawa and Itami come out victorious. So we'll do Dorado and Metalik first. Dorado did not have any moves. So Dorado will get 5 points for being in this match.
Wow, Kenta has 4 finishing moves? Jesus.
He does. And Grand Metalik will get 5 points plus 3 moves is 8 points to Grand Metalik.
All right.
That's about 139. And then Itami got the victory here. So Akira
Did somebody come out with them?
Oh, yes. Kalisto gets accompaniment. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Akira Tozawa is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. He's going to get 5 for competing. And that's about it. So 20 points to Akira Tozawa. It's about 117. And Hideo Itami will get himself 20 points for winning the match. He'll get 5 for competing as 25. And he will get 1 for the defeat. Or the not eat defeat. And he will get 26 points to Hideo Itami. 97, 07, and 6 is 213. All right. Next up, there's a video package for Roderick Strong. We don't need to worry about that. 205 Live General Drake Maverick comes down to do commentary for this next match.
By the way, the eat defeat as you have it spelled was actually Santana Garrett's finishing move. She used on Piper Niven in the Mae Young Classic. And it literally is the eat defeat, so the guy's a fucking moron.
Fair enough. Anyway, Gentleman Jack Gallagher has a match against Murphy Myers. I don't know who that is.
Maybe a local talent.
Sounds like a jobber.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Well, I'm not going to give any points because it sounds like a jobber. So Gentleman Jack Gallagher will get 20 points for winning this match. He will get 5 for competing and 1 for the headbutt that won him the match. Is 26 points to Gentleman Jack. Where the hell is he? Down here, Jack. That would be 91, that's 01, 11, and 6 is 117. All right. On that, we have a video package for Cedric Alexander, covering his journey since joining WWE, how his style differs from the rest of the roster, and how he'll win the big one this time and head to WrestleMania.
So whoever wins the belt, he gets a title match at WrestleMania, correct?
No, the idea is that whoever wins the match tonight between Cedric and Roderick Strong will go on to face the winner of next week's match between Drew Gulak and Mustafa Ali for the championship at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Yep. That's how that's working. So after the video packages, we have Mustafa Ali gets a promo in a dark hallway, which we're told is very good. He talks about what Drew Gulak did to Mark Andrews and promises to deal with that bully. But before he can, a mysterious hooded figure walks up behind him, charges, and takes out the camera to end the video.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun.
Promo to Mustafa Ali. Someone's trying to take out your boy Mustafa, Jeff. You got nothing to say about that?
Oh, Mustafa will do all the talking next week when he beats his ass.
All right. Well, following that promo, we have a main event match between Cedric Alexander and Roderick Strong. It's a semifinal match for the Cruiserweight tournament.
And Cedric won.
Cedric comes out victorious.
Woo!
Correct. Off of a... counter to the end of Heartache with an inside cradle. There you go.
Okay, let's go. Jim, wake up. Wake up.
No, I'm here. I just saw there was a video played. Sorry, had to get it off. Anyway. So Cedric Alex, so let's hear. So Roderick Strong will get 5 points for competing. He'll get 4 for being in the main event, is 9. And 8 moves is 17 points to Roderick Strong.
No, 108.
Yep. All right. Cedric Alexander gets 20 points for winning the match. He gets up to 29 for being in and winning the main event. Another 5 for competing is 34. And 10 moves is 44 points to Cedric Alexander.
See where that gets him this week.
Hmm.
Probably not up front.
Well, we'll see. That becomes 78 and 88 and 98. 08 puts him at 518. I think that puts Cedric back at number 1.
It does.
Also,
Braun's at 515.
Yep. Also, when Emotional Strong nods his respect and rolls out, Dosh then interviews Alexander after the match, and he fights back tears and silences "You deserve a chance" by saying he earned it. He has a 4-year-old daughter at home who calls him a champion every day, and at WrestleMania, he plans to make it official.
Aww.
So 5 promo points to Cedric to end the night. It's 523. He's definitely in the lead now. Bam. All right, point check.
Definitely point check.
Bam. Let's see where we're at. Hang on.
Let's go, Cedric.
Clap, 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 clap.
Oh, it's gonna be really close, it looks like.
Let's go, Cedric. Get these hands.
Wrong division. Wrong division.
What you want to notice in the tag team, Braun competes in whatever division Braun Strowman damn well feels like competing in.
Yeah.
All right, so
Jeff is only 15 points behind now. 50, I mean.
data refresh. All right, in the lead at 63-96 is the Blissful Ride of Justice, but correct. 50 points behind at 63-46 is the Balor Club Worldwide. And still in last is me at 47-67.
You've got no chance.
Pretty much.
No chance in hell.
Yep.
But that will probably change next season.
We'll find out.
I'm sure you'll make moves to get good people.
I hope so.
Well, the thing is, we still gotta try and. I don't know if we're gonna be doing it before it ends this season, but the people that we have down on the bottom of the roster, if we're gonna be putting anybody anywhere,
Yeah.
and then the fact that of the matter is, there's people on the roster right now, about 3 that are inactive that have points.
Yeah. Well, as I pointed out to Jim, and I think one of the episodes you weren't here, Tiff, it's going to come down to, because there's so many points available for people who aren't officially on the rosters yet, that the only way any of those people are going to make any difference is if they're all given to the person between you and I who is not the winner. Otherwise, it's pointless to give them to anyone because they're not going to make a difference. And I don't know if we want to do that or not. I mean, you know, they are legitimate points for the season, but then it's like, if that determines the winner, is that really fair? It's kind of hard. Because
That's
I think
what she said. Anyway,
I think between you and me, Tiff, it's going to be pretty close. I do think you're going to come out on top by the end of it, but I think it's going to be close enough that those points could make all the difference.
Anyway, leaderboard. At the top of the leaderboard at 528.
Damn it.
Freaking Rollins.
Fuck you,
Burn
Rollins.
it down! Right up at the top. All right. In second place at 523, just 5 points behind, is Cedric Alexander. Close, so close. AJ Styles, the WWE Champion, clocking in at third at 521, followed by the Monster Moment, Braun Strowman at 515. Finn Balor coming in at 477, followed by the Big Dog, Roman Reigns at 446. Asuka at 414, followed by Sami Zayn at 409. The devastated John Cena clocking in at 388. And still coming in at number 10 is one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Sheamus, who is still edging out his partner Cesaro by about 3 points. So there you have it, folks.
Cesaro's better.
Yeah.
I like Cesaro.
That's fair. All right, people.
Funny.
What's funny?
You have 2 people in the top 10, and the rest of the top 10 is split between Jeff and I.
Yep.
That's why he's in third place.
That is why I'm in third place.
Despite having the number 1 man.
Yep. All right, here we go. This has been our WWE Fantasy Log. Thank you all for joining us. Thank the 2 of you for joining me.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, thanks for making it to the end of the video.
For a change.
Well, we did get to rather early this week, comparatively speaking, so that helps.
And we didn't have a lot of news.
Yeah, the news was minimal, so that helped too.
Yeah, that does help. Because
All right.
a lot of news, and it goes
does.
further than this. It's like, well, am I going to make it? Am I not going to make it? Am I going to make it halfway through?
'Tis the question at hand. Anywho, we will see you fine folks next time. And you 2 fine folks as well, of course. And there'll be more shenanigans to be had next week, presumably, as we continue on our road to WrestleMania.
It's WWE. Is there ever not shenanigans?
This is true.